Welcome, Yogi, to this bedtime chair yoga class. This session includes some stretches that are practiced on the floor. And so if you have any concerns about either being able to get down to the ground or about safely being able to get back up from the ground, you can check out the link above right now, which is a fully seated, gentle evening class. But for this session, you might wish to have a blanket or a pillow, and also a strap or a belt or even a towel for the reclining stretches. However, if you don't have that, that's no problem. You can still practice the stretches. I'll give options with and without. We'll begin by sitting, finding a good posture, relaxing your shoulders and closing your eyes. Just breathing in and out through your nose. And over the course of the next few breaths, let that breath deepen, become full. A steady pace, there's no rush. And throughout your practice this evening, as you down-regulate, you can lengthen your exhales, and this will help you to send signals to your body that everything's okay, that you're feeling calm, that you're relaxing, and help to calm the nervous system. Now, breathing in fully, when you exhale, tilt your head over to the right side and stretch the left side of your neck. And breathe in to bring your head back up to the center. And as you exhale, tilt it over the other way, left ear towards your left shoulder, keeping both shoulders relaxed. Breathing fully the whole time. You can lift your head back up and tilt over to the right. Don't be afraid to explore this stretch, yogis. If you need to, move your chin down or around a little bit just to find just the right spot to send your attention to. Find somewhere that feels some tightness or stiffness and take a full breath there. The shoulders again relax, the face softens. Breathe in, lift your head back up and tilt it to the left side. Once you get it over there with your exhale, continue to breathe and move your head around. Find somewhere that needs the attention, a little bit of a stretch this evening. That's it. Another full breath. Good. Now lift your head carefully, breathe in. Widen your feet a couple of inches. Let your elbows come to your knees. Breathe in deeply. And as you exhale next, see if you can reach for the floor. And if the floor's too far away, you can keep your elbows on your knees. This works too. But if you're able to bring your hands down to the floor, bring both of them down. And just relax even more in the torso, letting the torso settle down between the knees, the thighs. And then relax your head too, your neck. Take a couple more breaths here, yogis, just relaxing your back. Send your breath into your back. You've got some compression here in the front side of your body. And so allow your breath to move into the tight places in the low back and around your ribs and into your shoulders. Let's stretch your waist a little bit. Walk your hands over to the right and reach your left hand as far away as you can. Just anchor your fingertips to the floor. Look straight down under your face. Anchor your left sit bone towards the floor as you breathe into the left ribs and stretch them gently. And keep your eyes closed while you're doing this, if it feels okay, if it feels safe to do so. Relax your shoulders. Let go of some of the tension from your day. And let's come through the middle and walk your hands over to the left with your right hand stretching a little bit further away from you, just to create that stretch through the right side of your body. And then again, settle your right sit bone towards the floor. And breathe into your right ribs. Come back through the center. Put your left hand on the floor or your block, your right hand to your right knee, and turn your torso to the right, looking towards the right elbow or even a little bit towards the ceiling if that feels okay on your neck. You can also use your left knee to connect to your left arm to give you some support here too. Continue your breaths. And let your right hand come back down to the floor. Bring your left hand up to your left knee and turn your torso to the left. Look past your left elbow or your upper arm, even slightly up to the ceiling if possible, stretching your neck out to the side. And the eyes can be closed. Just trying to release here some tension from the middle, back and shoulders. Well done, Yogi. Release down. Nice and easy to the floor or your block. Walk your elbows up towards your knees again. Just rest halfway up. And come all the way up to sitting once again. Wiggle your feet in towards one another. That's it. Spread your arms out wide like wings. And bring your right arm under your left. Hug it close and gently soften into the spine. So your chin will tuck towards your chest. Have a little round. Elbows in the direction of the knees, but not necessarily trying to touch them. Open it back up again. Send your elbows out wide, your hands out wide, chest up, a little bit of a stretch into the front of your body. And as you exhale, bring your left elbow under your right. Hold on to the opposite shoulder for a moment. Allowing the chin to come towards the chest, the spine to just relax. Go ahead and sit in your way up. Release your arms. Good. Bring your hands to your chest. Stretch your arms straight or straight-ish. And lift your chest up one more time. A little bit of an arch into your back here as your chin lifts up. Very good. And then soften down. Widen your feet. So heel toe them out until your knees are wide and your feet are turned out. Turn towards your right knee. Stretch your right hand up to the ceiling. Put your left elbow on your left knee. And reach your right hand the way that your left foot is pointing. And so trying your best here to keep your torso rotated open. So it's as if your left collarbone could look up to the ceiling a little bit rather than letting your right shoulder drop down. So keeping open, torso facing the right knee. Reach your right hand away and sit heavy in your right sit bone. See if you could get a lovely stretch into your waist. And then let this right hand drop down towards the ground, coming into a forward fold with the knees wide. And we'll come up slowly. That's it. We're going to take the left hand up. Turn to your left leg first. Stretch your left hand up and over towards where your right knee is pointed. Use your right arm inside of your right knee to help pivot you open a little bit. And lean. And stretch all the way down into the left waist and the QL, this area here that can get tight in your low back. And we'll rotate this down just like you did the other side. Release the depth of stretch. Bring the hand down. Circle it down to the floor. Feet still wide, fold forwards. Let your torso sink down towards the earth. Let your head and neck relax. Close your eyes. Lovely, Yogi. Carefully come up. Elbows to knees can help you up. Pause halfway. There's no rush this evening to move. And come all the way up to sitting. And wiggle your feet in. Let's make our way down to the ground. Now, it might be comfortable for you when you lie in Savasana, when you lie down later, to use your chair. So you may not put it too far away from you. So we're going to make our way down to the floor. Any way down that works for you is good. And this is where your blanket could come in. If you have any tightness in your neck or some degeneration in the neck, quite often it feels better to have your blanket underneath your head just for a little bit of support. And the way you know whether you need that is if when you lie flat, you feel like your chin is quite high, lifted high, like your neck is a crick in it almost. Then by bringing the blanket to it, you'll notice that the chin is more neutral. And so that will feel hopefully a little bit more comfortable for you. And so you're making your way down to the ground, head on your pillow or your blanket if needed, and a nut strap or your belt or your towel nearby. And like I mentioned earlier, if you don't have those things, you're going to be fine. Left foot is on the floor with your knee bent, and then stretch your right foot up towards the ceiling. And this is where your strap comes in if you wish. You can loop it around from the big toe to the little toe mound. So it's across the ball of a foot rather than in the arch of a foot. And soften the knee a little bit and relax your shoulders. Now, as mentioned, if you don't have a strap, it's okay. You could hold your thigh instead, or even hold your calf if you have the flexibility there. And you're not forcing anything here. Just let it be a little bit easier than perhaps maybe when you're doing a stretch in a day. Let your exhales get longer. Close your eyes, relax your shoulders. Relax your low back. And then you can actually use the strap if you have it to guide your right foot onto, or your right ankle, outside of your ankle, onto the left thigh. So it rests going across in like a figure four shape, or backwards figure four perhaps. And you can rest here, shuffle your shoulders, relax your low back, and let the right knee just relax away from you a little bit. If that feels like a bit of a stretch in this right hip, or anywhere else, you can hold here. If you would like to deepen the stretch a little bit, lift your left foot off the floor, and then hold on to whatever you can reach. So that could be that you hold your knee and your foot. You might be able to reach your thigh. You could put your left foot on your chair or on the sofa. Or if it just feels like too much effort to have it up, remember, you're winding down for the night. Perhaps you rest your hands on your belly and just let the ankle rest on your knee, your left foot on the floor. Just a few more breaths here. And we'll unhook that right ankle from your knee. Place the right foot on the floor. If you're using your strap, you'll reach for it once again. If you are not using a strap, you'll take your left thigh. And we'll stretch your left foot up using the strap between the big toe mound and little toe mound. Just have your arms straight and heavy. You're not having to pull on them. Just relax into it. And if you feel like your left leg is super straight and locked out, give it a little bit of a bend. Let your shoulders and your back settle into the mat. Make sure still that the neck feels in a good position. The chin hasn't lifted from doing that last figure 4 shape that we did. Another breath. And then if you're using your strap, you can have it help you guide the left ankle to rest on your right knee or just above a right knee on the thigh, and then you can loosen the strap and put it to the side. Let the left knee just gently move away from you. And just like you did on the other side, if this feels good, this is a great place to hold. If you like the sensation of bringing the legs towards you and holding either the left foot and knee with your hands or even holding your right thigh, you can do any of those things. Or as we did on the first side, if you join me in letting the right foot rest on the floor with the hands on the belly, just watching the navel move up and down with your breath. Remembering the purpose of this practice to wind down, perhaps to take things a little easier. Relax your shoulders and soften your face. And let's unhook the left foot or ankle from the knee and place the left foot on the floor with the knee bent. Widen your feet a little bit wider than your hips, and they're not too close to your bum, but they're also not stretched away from you. They're somewhere just in between. Let both knees drift over to the right. And don't feel afraid to move your legs around here. If it feels better to put your left leg on top of a right, you can. That's taking a gentle twist to finish up. And you can lift your knees up to the middle and let them drift over to the left. Let's move anything around in your hips or your legs to make this a comfortable place for you to rest. Lift your knees up to center and hug them in towards your chest. Bring your hands to your knees, hold on to them, and just circle the knees a couple of times, massaging your low back. These can be big circles or little circles. Explore to see which part of the back appreciates the pressure the most. And let's do those rotations the other way too, please, Yogi. Go around the opposite direction with the knees in big circles or little circles. Just gently massaging across low back. And then settle into the middle. Let your hands or forearms hold onto the knees for a moment. We'll make our way into Savasana. You're welcome, if it's comfortable for you, to lie flat or to put a pillow or bolster or roll blanket under your knees. Or you can join me in using the chair to help the back to feel nice. So elevating the feet is both a comfortable position for many people for their back, but also is really useful in helping the body to calm and downregulate and continue to relax. And so just letting the chair sit back onto your mat. You'll put your feet, if it has a gap in the back, through the gap if they reach through. And you want for this to be in just the right position for your shins, your calves to rest on the chair, the thighs to be not too close, not too far away, and shuffle around in your low back. It doesn't have to touch the ground, but hopefully feels comfortable. You'll take the time to settle in. You can even tuck into a blanket and cover up if that feels good. Check your pillows still just right for your head and neck. As you relax in Savasana, look at the breath once again and encourage your exhales to be longer than your inhales. So just notice your breath come in, relatively full but not feeling like it has to be enormous or forced. And then slow down the exhale. Get a sense of completion of the exhale. It goes all the way out, and feel at the same time your body relax. You'll inhale and let the exhale be long. If it helps your mind to have some structure or focus, you can count as you do this. And a nice starting point is to count into 4 and out to 6. With these long exhales, let them carry away any lingering thoughts in your mind, any lingering tension in your body. You can continue to count or allow your mind some stillness. If you like another 5 or even 10 minutes here, you could press pause. Just restart when you're ready. If you're ready to complete your practice, take a full breath in and let it go. We're not going to wake up the body too much if you're making your way towards bed. So just gently wiggle your fingers and toes just to check in with where they are. And walk your feet closer to you, bending your knees. And ever so carefully roll to your side so that your feet release from the chair. And come up to your seat. And you can just sit on the floor any way that's comfortable for you. And if you're making your way to bed to get a good night's sleep, there's a link at the end of this practice for a guided meditation to help you to drift into a deep and restorative sleep. So I recommend putting that on as you make your way to sleep to help your body and mind continue to relax. Lift your hands up to a prayer position in front of your chest. Thank yourself for coming to your mat, for taking time to move your body and to slow down this evening. Let's take a deep breath in together and let it go. Thank you, Yogi. Namaste.